and in this video I'll be covering the Crusader's Aegis of Valor Heaven's Fury build for Season 20 in Diablo 3. And with my new way of doing things, I'm going to be starting off with the skills, passives, and cubed items to better help you guys understand the stats for the skills that this build is running, and you'll see where those stats come in for those skills that you're running. So starting off, we'll be running Heaven's Fury with Fires of Heaven, Fist of the Heavens with Fissure, Shield Glare with Divine Verdict, Iron Skin with Flash, Walls of Valor with Unstoppable Force, Akarat's Champion with Prophet, and for passives we'll be running Fervor, Holy Cause, Long Arm of the Law, and Finery. For our cubed items, we'll have Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, reduce the remaining cooldown of one of your skills by 1 second when you hit with a resource spending attack. Fate of the Fell, Heaven's Fury, gains 2 additional rays and has its damage increased by 500%. And Ring of Royal Grandeur, reduces the number of items needed for set bonuses by 1 to a minimum of 2. Now we'll be starting with our weapons and working our way up and around. The weapon is Pig Sticker with Holy Damage, Damage Percent, Strength, Attack Speed, Crit Hit Damage, and Strength from Augmentation. Potential damage to beasts and damage to humans. And it reduces cooldown of all skills by 10%. This has a socketed emerald in it. For our gauntlets, we'll be running Gauntlets of Valor with attack speed, critical hit damage, crit hit chance, strength from augmentation, potential cold resistance, and reduction of cooldown skills by a percentage. Now the Aegis of Valor set at a 2-piece, attacking with Fists of the Heavens empowers you, allowing Heaven's Fury to deal 100% increased damage for 5 seconds. Stacks up to 3 times multiplicatively. I'm butchering words today. For a 4-piece, hitting with Fists of the Heavens returns 5 Wrath and reduces damage taken by 1% for 10 seconds. Stacks up to 50 times. And at a 6-piece, increase the damage of Fist of the Heavens and Heaven's Fury by 20,000%. For our shoulders, we'll be running Spalders of Valor with Strength, resist all elements, Strength from augmentation, potential life from health potions and globes, reduced cooldown of all skills by percentage, and Heaven's Fury damage. For our chest piece, we'll be running Brigandine of Valor with Strength, Vitality, resist all elements, Strength from augmentation, Heaven's Fury damage percentage, and a potential lightning resistance. This will have 3 diamonds socketed into it. For our helmet, we'll be running Crown of Valor with Strength, Vitality, crit hit chance, Strength from augmentation, potential reduction of duration of control effects by a percentage, and a diamond in the socket for a reduction of cooldown of skills by 12.5%. For our amulet, we'll be running the Traveler's Pledge with Holy Skill damage, crit hit damage, crit hit chance, Strength from augmentation, potential physical resistance, and a Gogok of Swiftness in our socket. So have gain swiftness with every attack, increasing your attack speed by 1% and dodge by a percentage for 4 seconds. This effect stacks up to 15 times. You gain a 1% cooldown reduction per stack of swiftness. For our bracers, we'll be running Bracer of Fury with Holy Skill damage, Strength, Vitality, crit hit chance, and Strength from augmentation. This will give you Heaven's Fury deals 400% increased damage to enemies that are blinded, immobilized, or stunned. For our offhand, we'll be running Shield of Fury. So have Strength, crit hit chance, Strength from augmentation, cooldown of all skills reduction, maximum wrath, Heaven's Fury damage percentage, and let's see. Oh, your block percentage and your block amount on that as well. And for our first ring, we'll be running Unity, which you will also need a second one for a companion that you'll be running with you. This is a very useful ability for survivability. It's more used for solo builds than it is for group builds, just because the companion can just sit there and eat damage, whereas if you're running a Unity with another player, that player is also eating the damage that you're not. This will have crit hit damage, crit hit chance, strength from augmentation, and damage to elite enemies percentage. This will have a Bane of the Stricken socketed into it. Each attack you make against an enemy increases the damage it takes from your attacks by a percentage. Gain 25% increased damage against bosses and Rift Guardians. And all damage taken is split between wearers of this item. For our secondary ring, we'll be running the Compass Rose with damage, strength, crit hit damage, crit hit chance, strength from augmentation, potential physical resistance, and a Bane of the Trapped socketed into it. This increases damage against enemies under the effects of control impairing effects by a percentage. You gain an aura that reduces the movement speed of enemies within 15 yards by 30%. The Endless Walk set bonus. While moving, damage taken is reduced by up to 50%. While standing still, damage dealt is increased by up to 100%. For our boots, we'll be running Greaves of Valor with strength, vitality, resist all elements, armor, strength from augmentation, potential thorns damage, and the golden health pickup radius is a secondary, not necessary stat. For our pants, we'll be running Captain Crimson's Thrust, which has been a very popular set this season, with strength, vitality, resist all elements, strength and augmentation, potential life after each kill, and gold pickup radius increased. The gold pickup is obviously not necessary, but it's there. For a 2-piece, 6,000 life per second. This reduces cooldown of all skills by 20% and reduces all resource costs by 20%. At a 3-piece, damage dealt is increased by a percentage of cooldown reduction, and damage taken is reduced by a percentage of cost reduction. For our belt, finally, we'll be running Captain Crimson's Silk Girdle with strength, vitality, resist all elements, life percentage, strength from augmentation, and then the 2 secondary stats are not primary stats required for the pushing of this. It has gold for monsters and level requirement reduction, which is not necessary by any means, but it is there. I'm sure you can probably get a better version of this with another stat on it, but this is fairly good considering where this build stands. I think that covers everything for our Crusader build. And if you guys have any questions, as usual, leave a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer what I can. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy the content. I'd love to do this full time and do more detailed videos. I'd love to play and build out these builds and show you guys how they're run. But just with the way things are, I can't really do that. I don't have the time, but I still try to make these videos to help people who are looking for their gear or what stats they need or the skills, and giving you a basic description for the build. But as usual, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe out there with the state of the world at the moment. Glad to see a lot of people staying at home playing some Diablo 3 and just, having fun. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.